Bangalore-based trust that Hello all, welcome to the afternoon session of our 6th Curious Mind brought to you by Vividha and NAB Karnataka. Let me quickly brief you about the organizations and the event today. Vividha is a Bangalore-based trust that has been working with children with disabilities, predominantly with those who are visually impaired, to bring about inclusion in the society. NAB's mission is to champion the cause of the visually impaired in Karnataka and enable them to live their lives confidently, independently, and with Hello all, welcome to the afternoon session of our 6th Curious Mind brought to you by Vividha and NAB Karnataka. Let me quickly brief you about the organizations and the event today. Vividha is a Bangalore-based trust that has been working with children with disabilities, predominantly with those who are visually impaired, to bring about inclusion in the society. NAB's mission is to champion the cause of the visually impaired in Karnataka and enable them to live their lives confidently, independently, and with dignity through economic rehabilitation. Curious Minds is the celebration of the curiosity of children. This is an effort to make STEM subjects inclusive. I hope you all have enjoyed the morning session, both offline as well as online. Let's see what we have in store this afternoon. Over to you, Ashita.
Thanks, Meera. Hello everyone. I am Ashita, studying in grade 9, Delhi Public School, Bangalore East. You know something? Before getting ready for the session, I combed my hair and kept the comb on the table. When I picked it back, I noticed something interesting. Do you also want to know? Here it is.
नमस्कार दोस्तों, मेरा नाम तन्मय कदम है। मैं विक्टोरिया मेमोरियल स्कूल फॉर द ब्लाइंड के स्कूल में 8वीं कक्षा में पढ़ता हूँ। आज मैं आपको साइंस का एक प्रयोग करके दिखाऊंगा जिसका नाम है स्थितिज विद्युत ऊर्जा। तो ये प्रयोग करने के लिए हमें चाहिए एक पट्टी या फिर एक कंघी और कुछ इस तरह का मखमली कागज और इतने छोटे कागज के टुकड़े। आप हल्का पेपर लीजिए और उसके टुकड़े बनाइए।
Tanmay Kadam from Victoria Memorial School for the Blind is doing a demonstration of static electricity.
तो इस प्रयोग को हम स्टार्ट करते हैं। सबसे पहले कंघी या फिर पट्टी लीजिए, उसे मखमली कपड़े पर या फिर अपने बालों पर घिसिए। मैं अपने बालों पर घिस रहा हूँ।
He brushes his hair many times with a plastic comb and brings it closer to the paper bits.
और फिर उस कंघी को कागज के टुकड़ों पे पास ले जाइए।
The paper bits get stuck to the comb.
तो आप देख सकते हैं कागज के टुकड़े कंघी को चिपक रहे हैं।
He explains why that happens.
तो ऐसा क्यों होता है, इसका रीज़न ये है। तो इसका रीज़न है स्थितिज विद्युत ऊर्जा। जब हम एक चीज़ किसी चीज़ पर रगड़ते हैं तो उसमें प्रभार निर्माण होता है। तो प्रभार यानी क्या? प्रभार के दो प्रकार होते हैं, एक घन प्रभार और दूसरा ऋण प्रभार।
When we rub one material against another, charges are induced that are positive or negative.
अगर इन कागज के टुकड़ों में ऋण प्रभार है तो इस कंघी में घन प्रभार होगा। जब हमने इस कंघी को हमने अपने बालों पर या फिर मखमली कपड़े पर घिसा तब इसमें घन प्रभार की मात्रा अधिक बढ़ गई, जिसकी वजह से ये कागज के टुकड़े कंघी की ओर अट्रैक्ट हुए। इसे हम कहते हैं आकर्षण, अट्रैक्शन।
In this case, the paper bits have negative charge and comb has acquired positive charge because of rubbing against the hair. Hence, they get attracted.
पर अगर कागज के टुकड़ों में ऋण प्रभार और कंघी में भी ऋण प्रभार होता या फिर दोनों में ही घन प्रभार होता तो वो अलग हो जाते, डिस्ट्रैक्शन यानी कि प्रतिकर्षण।
If both the materials have the same charge, they get repelled.
तो स्थितिज विद्युत ऊर्जा का मेन रीज़न यही है, घन प्रभार और ऋण प्रभार का समझाना। तो अगर ये प्रयोग आपको पसंद आया हो तो धन्यवाद। मैं अगला और एक प्रयोग लेके आऊँगा अपनी अगली वीडियो में। धन्यवाद।
Now you know there is science even in a comb, in which case it is definitely there in the air around. Come, let's see what children are exploring about air.
नमस्ते, मेरा नाम है प्रतीक वीरेंद्र निषाद और मैं विक्टोरिया मेमोरियल स्कूल का एक विद्यार्थी हूँ और मैं चौथी में पढ़ता हूँ। आज मैं आपके सामने एक प्रयोग प्रस्तुत करने वाला हूँ, जिसके लिए हमें साहित्य लगेंगे एक प्लेट और एक मोमबत्ती और पानी और ग्लास। तो फिर सबसे पहले हमें ये प्लेट में मोमबत्ती चिपका लेनी है।
Let's watch what Pratik from Victoria Memorial School for the Blind is up to. Looks like he's doing an interesting experiment.
इसके बाद हमें इस प्लेट में इधर तक पानी डालनी है।
A lit candle is stuck on the center of a plate and Pratik pours water into the plate.
और फिर हमें ग्लास को उल्टा रखकर मोमबत्ती के ऊपर ऐसे उल्टा रखना है।
He places a glass upside down
थोड़ी देर
on the
बाद आप
candle.
पाएंगे कि मोमबत्ती की धुएं का खुशबू आ रहा है और जिसकी वजह से हमें पता चलता है कि मोमबत्ती बुझ चुकी है और ग्लास के अंदर पानी का स्तर बढ़ चुका है।
The candle gets extinguished and water level increases inside the glass.
ऐसा इसलिए होता है, ऑक्सीजन तत्व जलने में मदद करता है और जैसे जैसे ऑक्सीजन तत्व जलते जाता है वैसे वैसे पानी का स्तर बढ़ते जाता है और जब ऑक्सीजन तत्व समाप्त हो जाता है तो पानी का स्तर बढ़ना रुक जाता है और मोमबत्ती बुझ जाती है।
Pratik explains why this happens. Because of the oxygen inside the glass, the candle remains lit. As and when the oxygen level decreases inside the glass, the water level keeps increasing. But when the oxygen level reaches zero inside the glass, the water level stops increasing and the candle goes off.
धन्यवाद।
Hi friends, I'm Takshika studying 5th standard. Today I'm going to explain how air occupies space. We need ingredient to experiment a glass and a paper about filled with the water. Now take the glass, put the paper inside the glass. Now we put the glass inside the water. Wait for few seconds. Now you take the glass and fill. Can feel the paper is dry. Let us see how. Because when we put the glass inside the water, the glass inside the water, the air remained into the glass and the water couldn't reach the paper. When water couldn't reach the paper is dry. Let us see second time. Now you slightly tilt it. Now take the glass and fill. The paper is wet. Let us see how. At previous time we couldn't tilt. When we couldn't tilt the glass, the air is inside the glass. When we tilt the glass, the air is escaping from the glass and the water reaching the paper and the tissue getting wet. Hence we prove as air occupies space. Thank you.
Greeting to all. My name is Kirtika. I am studying in 7th standard in Sri Sharada Devi Andhara Vikasa Kendra School. Today I am doing an experiment now. Take the empty paper cups of the same size. Hang the two cups in the inverted position.
Kirtika is doing an experiment using handmade balance, two ends of which has inverted paper cups.
Tie a piece of thread in the middle of the stick. Hold the stick by the thread. Like a balance, put a burning candle below one of the cups.
The cup above the candle goes up. Kirtika concludes,
Warm air is lighter than the cold air. Thank you.
Hi to all, my name is Reshma Janu. I am studying 8th standard in Government Girls' Higher Secondary School, Solar, Coimbatore. Today I am going to do floating plate experiment. We need for this experiment is a plate, tissue, candle, glass and some water. First, to set up this experiment, take the tissue and place on the plate and sprinkle some water on the tissue to make it wet. Now take a candle, place it to the center of the tissue. Light it. light. Now put the glass over it immediately like this, and it's done. Wait for few minutes. Now go ahead and grab the glass and pick it up. We got our floating plate. So what happened here is, we lit the candle and put the glass over it. Very quickly, the candle burned all the oxygen inside it, lowering the pressure inside. Therefore, the air pressure was filling it down, and we getting a section holding the plate down. Thank you.
Hi all, my name is Shaktidhar. Now I am going to do a small science experiment about vacuum. Before doing this experiment, let's learn some few facts about vacuum. Vacuum is the space that is completely empty of all substances, including air and other gases. It is the region with a pressure much lesser than the atmospheric pressure. It is measured by the units of pressure bar. 1 bar is roughly equal to 10,000 mm of water column. Now let's do this experiment. Take an empty glass and a mug of water. Let's pour some amount of water in it. Now, the pressure acting on the surface of water is same as that of atmospheric pressure. Now, I am going to place a small lid on it. I am turning it upside down. It's correct? Okay. Now, you will be wondering to see that the water is locked inside the tumbler and the plate is stuck to it. What is the principle behind it? The falling water creates the vacuum inside the tumbler to the measure of 100 mm of water column. This vacuum cancels out the gravitational pull, and since the atmospheric pressure is greater than the vacuum inside the tumbler, it pushes the plate against the gravitational pull. Now, let's do another experiment with the same principle. Take a bottle of water and close it tightly. Now, puncture the bottle with a needle or pin and remove the pin and see that the water doesn't leak through the holes. The funda is the same. The water needs a contact with air pressure in order to overcome the vacuum that is inside the bottle. Now, when I open the bottle, you can see that the water comes out through the holes I created. It is because the atmospheric pressure of air is pushing the water down and the vacuum is lost. Hope you would have enjoyed the experiments. Thank you all.
Array, what's the matter with me? Why am I seeing science everywhere? Wait, did I say matter? Isn't that what Sai Krishna and Satyam are showing today?
Hello, hi, I am Sai Krishna. My experiment is on states of matter. Before starting, let me explain you about atom, solids, liquids and gas. Atom is the smallest chemical component particle of an element. If we take solids, the atoms of the solids are very tightly packed. In liquids, the atoms are less tightly packed compared to solids. In gases, the atoms are very loosely packed compared to solids, liquids. Let's start the experiment. So we need 1 cup of powder and glass of water and 3 injections without needle. Let's start. Take the first injection and try to load the powder into it. The powder cannot be loaded because the powder is solid. In solids, atoms and molecules are very tightly packed. And take the second injection and try to load the water into second injection. We can load water because the atoms and molecules of liquids are loosely packed compared to solid. Now finally take the third injection and try to load the air into it. We can load the air easily than water because the gases, atoms and molecules are very loosely packed compared to solids and liquids. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Satyam Singh, UKGG. Today's topic is states and matter of solid and liquid.
Is it?
My school bag.
Yes.
This is my water bottle. This is my tiffin box. This is a book.
Okay, now say these are solid and liquid. These are solid and liquid.
Solid. So for this water bottle, water bottle is cylindrical.
Book is
Rectangle. Tiffin box is circle.
yes.
Water bottle, tiffin box, book are solid,
It have
shape and size.
Satyam is pouring water from his water bottle into a square bowl.
Takes the shape of square bowl.
Water is poured into a circular steel plate.
The text just said circle plant. Liquid that no shape, no size can fold it. Liquid takes 6 of container. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Sunidhi. I'm studying in 10th standard at Asha Kirana Residential School of Blind, Chikmagaluru. Satyam says, liquid takes the shape of container. What are the shapes then? How do we know? Don't worry, we will know now.
नमस्कार दोस्तों, मैं सौरभ पटियाला स्कूल फॉर द डेफ एंड ब्लाइंड से। जैसा कि साइटेड पर्सन ज्यामितीय आकृतियों को देखकर या लिखकर समझ लेते हैं, लेकिन हम दृष्टिबाधित पर्सन टच पर या स्पर्श पर ही निर्भर होते हैं। हम दृष्टिबाधित बच्चों को ज्यामितीय आकृतियों को समझने के लिए अलग अलग आकृतियों के लिए अलग अलग मॉडल की आवश्यकता पड़ती है, जो कि क्लास में उपलब्ध हो पाना थोड़ा सा मुश्किल हो जाता है। इसके सलूशन के लिए हमने एक मॉडल तैयार किया है। आइए देखते हैं वो मॉडल को हम कैसे उपयोग करते हैं। इसका नाम जीरो बोर्ड है और आज मैं आपको आकृति इसमें कुछ आकृतियां बना के, तो जैसे मैंने ये रबड़ को मैंने इस रबड़ को जैसे मैंने ये वर्ग बना दिया है।
Saurabh from Patiala School for Deaf and Blind is using a geoboard to make a square and a triangle. On a geoboard, pushpins are arranged in rows and columns. Rubber bands are put around pushpins to make different geometric shapes.
जैसा कि आपको पता है कि हम वर्ग में चारों भुजाएं बराबर होती हैं, तो हम रबड़ को टच करके पता कर सकते हैं कि ये वर्ग बनी है। अब हम आपको त्रिभुज बना के दिखाएंगे। अब जैसे मैंने अब हम आपको त्रिभुज बना के दिखाएंगे। ये हमने अब त्रिभुज बना दिए। इसको हम स्पर्श करके पहचान लेते हैं कि ये समकोण है और ये 90 डिग्री का होता है। इस प्रकार से हम समझते हैं। थैंक यू।
Hi.
Hmm?
My name
Hmm?
is
Full name?
Him.
Ah.
Him.
Hmm?
What? Zero. I am
Hmm?
6
Hmm?
years
Hmm?
old.
Okay.
But I am 20. I am
Hmm.
very sick.
Kittu, what is this?
Container.
Container is in which shape? Hmm.
Little
Huh.
shape.
Okay. Take one more object. What is this? Hmm.
It is a
Hmm.
ball.
Ball is in which shape?
One little
Hmm.
spear.
Okay.
Spear shape.
What is this?
What it is?
Hmm.
This is dice.
Dice is in which shape? Hmm.
Cube.
Very good.
Very good.
Form a cube. Say.
Bottom.
Hmm. Hmm.
Left.
Okay. Which side? Okay. Very. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Then take one more on your left. Left cotton churu. Very good. Can you tell me about cube?
Cube has
Hmm.
6
Hmm.
faces.
Hmm.
Bottom.
Okay.
Left.
Hmm.
And back.
Top. Okay.
Your hands
Mm.
in corners.
Can you show corners?
Your hands
Hmm.
1,
Hmm.
2,
Hmm.
3,
Hmm.
4, 5,
5.
6,
Hmm.
7,
Hmm.
8. Your hands
Hmm.
12 access and on.
Alright, there are three types of matter. Learned about gas, which is air, and solids too. What about liquids? Let's look at what kids are doing with water. Tell me, water runs from the tap or does it walk? Haha, let's see.
Hi everyone, my name is Aman. This is my sister Ira. I'm 4 and she is 11. Today I am going to do a science experiment which is called walking water. My sister is here to help me do this experiment today. This experiment, I need three plastic glasses and 3 food colors in the water in the plastic glasses, and then there are 2 empty glasses, few paper towels folded into sticks, and 1 stick twister. As you can see, my sister is taking some red food color to add in the first glass. Now she's adding it. As you can see, she is taking the yellow food color to add to the second glass. As you can see, she's putting it. As you can see, she's taking the last color, which is blue, to add to the last one. Now I'm going to stir the first glass of water. Now I'm stirring the second one. Now the third one I'm doing. Now we're going to place 2 empty cups between the colored water glass. And then now I am going to put this tissue strip in the colored water glass and the empty glass. Now is placing the second paper towel in the colored glass and the empty glass again. Now in goes the third paper towel in the yellow color, the empty cup and the food, the one which has yellow color food color in it. Now the last one, we place it in the one which has blue color food color and the empty one. Now we have to wait and see the magic. As you all can see now, the empty the glasses have got filled with water. From the red and yellow and blue has turned into green. Look at the tissues. The colors have traveled up and down from the colors. This is a process which is called capillary action. Thanks for watching the end.
Hi everyone, I'm Sri Lakshmi. I'm studying 8th standard at Little Flower Convent High Secondary School for the visually impaired. Now I'm going to show you an amazing experiment with balloon and water. For this experiment, the things required are a balloon, a straw, a bottle with water and a bowl. First, put a hole in the bottle and then place the straw in that hole. Now I fix the straw. Now blow the balloon and place it in the mouth of the bottle. Now I blew this balloon. Now I am going to place this balloon on the top of the bottle. Now I place this balloon. Now we can see that the water is coming out of the bottle through this straw. This is due to the air released by this balloon, so that the water gets compressed and comes out of the bottle through this straw. Thank you all.
तनिष्क, पुष्कर और गौरव, आज हम जो एक्टिविटी करने वाले हैं उसका क्या नाम है?
मैम उसका नाम है सिंक एंड सैंडविच।
वेरी गुड। तो अब जरा तुम्हारे सामने 2 ग्लासेस रखे हैं, ठीक है? इनमें देख के बताओ कि किसके ग्लास का ऑब्जेक्ट तैर रहा है और किसके ग्लास का डूबा हुआ है। छू के अंदर से देखो, किसका पानी में डूबा है और किसका तैर रहा है।
ये वाला तैर रहा है।
वेरी गुड।
ये वाला
डूबा है। अच्छा, अब अगर मैं पूछूं कि इसको उल्टा कर दो, जिसका ऑब्जेक्ट तैर रहा है उसको डुबा दे और जिसका डूबा हुआ है उसको तैरा दे, ये पॉसिबल है?
पॉसिबल है।
Tanishk, Pushkar and Gaurav are performing an interesting experiment. They have 2 glasses in front of them. Glass 1 contains water with salt dissolved in it. Glass 2 contains plain water. Glass 1 has lemon floating in it, while glass 2 has lemon sinking in it. The teacher gives them a challenge to make the lemon in glass 1 to sink and that in glass 2 to float. Children agree. Let's see what they do.
तनिष्क, क्या डालोगे तुम अपने कंटेनर में? पानी। वेरी गुड, डालो। और पुष्कर, तुम क्या डालोगे? नमक। चलो डालो भाई।
Tanishk adds plain water to glass 1. Gaurav and Pushkar add salt to glass 2. Oh, but the states of both the lemons are still the same. The children figure out how.
अब इसमें से थोड़ा सा पानी हमें हटाना पड़ेगा।
Some salt water is removed and plain water is added to glass 1. And in glass 2, the salt that is added is dissolved using a spoon.
मैम ये अब फ्लोट कर रहा है।
पहले कैसा था?
मैम पहले सिंक था।
और तुम्हारा क्या हो रहा है?
ये भी फ्लोट कर रहा है।
The lemon in glass 2, which was previously sinking, is now floating. Yes, but the lemon in glass 1 is also floating. Children think further.
इसका मतलब है तुम्हें क्या करना पड़ेगा? तनिष्क, इसका मतलब है तुम्हें इस पानी को गिरा के इसमें और पानी भरना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि इसमें अभी भी क्या है? सॉल्ट है। करो।
Tanishk understands he has to dilute the salty water further. When he does that, the lemon starts sinking. The teacher explains why.
मैं करूँ? ठीक है तनिष्क, अब अपना देखो। अब अभी क्या तुम्हारा नींबू तैर रहा है या डूब गया? अब नहीं तैर रहा है। क्यों? हाँ, तो to sink a floating object, the density of the liquid is to be decreased. which can be done by adding water in the tumbler containing salt solution, जो तुमने किया, and to float a sump object, the density of the liquid is to be increased, which can be done by dissolving salt in water. जो किसने किया? बार-बार पुष्कर ने किया. ठीक है? चलो अपने लिए तालियां बजाओ.
Hi,
Hmm. Hmm.
my name is
Hmm.
Stu.
Full name?
Him,
Hmm.
Anton,
Hmm.
Max,
Hmm.
Vividha.
Hmm.
I am
Hmm.
6
Hmm.
years
Hmm.
old. Okay, I am trying to follow math figure. This is
Hmm.
collected. This is
Hmm.
automated.
Okay.
Take look at fixing follow this.
Okay. Hmm. Hmm.
Take look at fixing automated.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Left 2 minutes. Six, seven, one water, green, one water, is not the world. Now, green, hot water, green, hot water, it all quickly.
Sugar dissolves quickly in which water? Hot water or cold water?
Hot water. Thank you. Let's take a break now for any interaction, feedback, questions you all have for the participants. Welcome back.
What a great presentation from kids. Shall we have an interaction? So we will unmute the person whom we are going to talk to. And when you get the message to unmute, please unmute and you can answer. So people in the Zoom, you're free to ask questions to all the people that presented now. So can we talk to Reshma? Hi Reshma, can you all turn on your camera so that we get to see you? Hi Reshma, can you unmute? Can you switch on your camera, Reshma?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi. So the first time you saw the floating plate, what came to your mind? What did you like about floating plate, Reshma?
Ma'am,
What did you like in the experiment?
ma'am, the plate is floating, ma'am.
So did you try anything else on the same principle other than the plate?
Yes, ma'am.
What else?
Did you watch others' experiments, Reshma? You're on mute. Can we ask her to unmute? Okay, we lost Dakshika. She's okay. I think we lost Reshma. We'll talk to Dakshika. Hi, Dakshika.
Dakshika, you need to unmute yourself. Meenakshi auntie here.
Hi, ma'am.
How are you?
I'm fine, ma'am.
Okay, so what was your experiment, Dakshika?
Air occupies space, ma'am.
Excellent. So it's a very good experiment. Can you tell me what went through when you were planning for the experiment? Did you plan this experiment or your mom or dad help you plan this?
My mom selected you, ma'am. I'm studying.
Okay, you studied. You did it very well. So what did you learn from the experiment?
I have learned air occupies space.
Okay, you have learned that.
Yes, ma'am.
Anything else in any other words? Can you put this across to your friends?
As air.
So when I blow a balloon, what happens actually? The air will get inside the balloon, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Huh?
Yes.
Okay. Then it cannot be released, right? Unless I do something. If I tie the balloon and keep, that means air is inside the balloon, right?
Yes, ma'am.
That means it has occupied that much space, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am,
am I right or not in my understanding then?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, Dakshika. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sudan wants to ask a question to Reshma, or just talk to Reshma.
We are unmuting Reshma, okay?
Reshma and Sudan are friends, they're classmates.
Oh, is it? Reshma, can you unmute?
She's traveling, I guess.
Sudan wants to talk to you.
Oh, okay. There are lots of them.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Talk to her. Where is Reshma? Reshma, are you there?
Reshma is not unmuting, unfortunately.
Unmute Reshma.
Okay.
I could see that she's traveling. She was inside auto.
Yeah.
Auto, right?
Do you want to talk to someone else, Sudan?
Sabarish, Sanjay, who else? Giri.
AVS students are all your friends, no? Why don't you talk to Shaktidhar?
Yes, ma'am.
Giri.
Okay,
So Shaktidhar, I'm going to unmute you, Shaktidhar. Sudan wants to talk to you. Will you unmute Shaktidhar? We can hear you. Switch your camera on. Shaktidhar, switch your camera on and talk to Sudan.
Hi, Hi, Shaktidhar.
How are you?
Fine, Shaktidhar. How are you?
Okay. I'm also fine. What's your name?
What? Sudan.
What's your name? Okay. Yes. Which standard are you studying now?
I'm studying in 7th.
Shakti, this is Sudan. You don't know. You know him, right?
In science class.
Okay.
You know Sudan, right?
You know, where
Okay.
is Sudan?
Oh, yes, I know.
Will join.
Repeat.
Sumati ma'am, Saturday science class, you'll join now.
No. Yesterday I didn't join.
Regularly, you'll join now.
Yes, regularly I joined, but yesterday I couldn't join because I was having a school, right? So I didn't join.
What you have learned?
I know about you. I know about you since 5 months. Since last 5 months, I know about you. You and Reshma, Sabarish.
Saktida,
Yes.
I am in Bangalore.
Oh, I know.
What did you see today? Share with him what you saw today.
We saw many experiments.
Repeat again.
We saw many experiments.
Okay. I also saw many experiments.
Where is it?
Have you seen my experiment about vacuum?
Yes, Saktida.
Okay. How was it?
Fine.
Okay, Siddharth. Thank you, Siddharth. Thank you.
Shakti, did you ask Sudan what he showed here in Bangalore?
Sudan, wait. You have a question now.
Sudan, did you ask Sudan what did he show in Bangalore here to all of us?
Ma'am, sorry, ma'am. I was about to ask him now, but I forgot to ask. Sorry, ma'am.
No problem, man. You ask him now.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, so then what you showed the experiment? Please explain me.
I showed about air exits pressure.
Repeat again.
I showed about air exits pressure.
Okay. Yes, I also did the experiment, but it is different. Vacuum. It is nothing contract.
Hey guys, your Sumati ma'am is also present here. Do you want to talk to her? You want to talk to Sumati ma'am?
Yes,
Sumati,
ma'am.
can you unmute yourself and switch on the camera, please?
Hi, student. Hi, am I audible, student?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So you are in Bangalore.
Miss, hi, miss.
Hi, Shakti. There. I
How
was
are you,
hearing
miss?
your conversation. Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, very good.
Okay, miss. Okay,
Your
miss. Sorry, miss.
questions are very good.
Yesterday I unable to attend the science class, miss.
No issues.
I was unable to attend. Okay,
Actually, the class got cancelled because you guys at school, no?
Okay. Yes, miss.
Okay, fine. See, so how you did your experiments? I saw it was very nice. You were very bold. You're talking very nice. How
Okay,
student you
thank
are
you, miss.
enjoying there in Bangalore?
Yes, ma'am.
You look very happy.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. You finished morning itself.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, super. Others completed, no? Giri is there, Jagdish is there, Reshma.
Reshma's is completed. Others were waiting.
So Giri and Jagdish is waiting.
Shall we move on to the next set of experiments? Does anyone else have question or want to talk to anybody else? Okay, let's get continued then.
Welcome back. Last time when I had cold, Mom said I can't drink juices. She gave me milk with turmeric in it. It seems
turmeric has medicinal value. Hey, look what turmeric is indicating here.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನನ್ನ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಗಳು. ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಅಶ್ವಥ್. ನಾನು ಶಿವಮೊಗ್ಗದಲ್ಲಿರುವ ಶ್ರೀ ಶಾರದಾ ದೇವಿ ಅಂಧರ ವಿಕಾಸ ಕೇಂದ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ 7ನೇ ತರಗತಿಯನ್ನು ಓದುತ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ನಾನು ಇವಾಗ ಒಂದು ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರುವಂಥ ಸಾಮಾನುಗಳು ಒಂದು ಬೌಲ್, ನೀರು ಹಾಗೂ ಒಂದು ಕಪ್ ಅರಿಶಿನ ಹಾಗೂ ಒಂದು ಕಪ್ಪು ಸೋಪಿನ ಪುಡಿ. ಇವಾಗ ಫಸ್ಟು ನಾನು ನೀರು ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಳ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಒಂದು ಬೌಲಿಗೆ ನಾನು ನೀರು ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಇವಾಗ ಸೋಪಿನ ಪುಡಿ ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಂತಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಈ ಥರ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಅರಿಶಿಣದ ಪುಡಿ ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಂತಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅರಿಶಿಣದ ಪುಡಿ ಹಾಕಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಕಲರ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂದರೆ
Ashwath from Sri Sharada Devi Andhara Vikasa Kendra, Shivamogga, is doing an experiment about acid-base indicators. Here, he adds turmeric to soap water and observes that it turns red. With this, he concludes that soap water is a base.
ಅರಿಶಿಣದ ಪುಡಿ ಇಂಡಿಕೇಟರು, ಸೋಪಿನ ಪುಡಿ ಬೇಸು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಲರ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತದೆ. ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
I wonder how Ashwath knew that the color was red. Perhaps his teacher told him. Many people believe that just because we cannot see color change, we cannot do science. For that matter, maths too. Take a look at how we can learn maths. Even geometric construction can be done.
Meet Satyam, who is a UKG student at Setu Bhaskara School. Today he is demonstrating identification of even and odd numbers.
Hello everyone. I'm Satyam Singh, UKG. This topic is small identify one number and even number.
Give me a pair of bowl. 1, 2. Give me a pair of spoon. 1, 2. Give me a pair of glass. 1, 2. Give me a pair of colors. 1, 2. Give me a pair of medicine bottles. 1, 2. Pair means how many numbers? Can you identify with odd and even number? Even number with board. Very good. Satyam, what is this? What is this, Satyam? This is board. This is a board. Big board. Very good. And this is? Oh. And this is? What is this? This is text. Okay. Satyam, make number 1 on the pegboard. Make number 1 on the pegboard. Okay, now tell me, Vanas. No friend. No friend. Very good. Now take it out. Now make number 2. Let us see. 1. 1. Make number 2. This is 1. This is 1.
ऐसे
2.
2. Satyam, 2 is a odd number or even number? 2 is a 2 is a even number. 2 is the friend of? 2 is the friend of? 1. Very good. Okay, Satyam. 1 is odd number. 2 is?
Even number.
3 is?
Odd number.
4 is?
Even number.
5 is?
Even number.
7 is?
Odd number.
8 is?
Even number.
Satyam, can you make number 6? We have to see number 6 is odd number or even number. You make number 6 on the pegboard. Number 6. Do it fast. This is 1. Say.
This is 1.
This
is 2. This is 3. This is 4. This is 5.
4.
4.
4. Yes. Then?
5.
Yes. You have to make 6. 5.
6.
Okay. Now this is number 6. Now tell me, Satyam, number 6 is odd number or even number. Can you show me? 1 ka friend.
2.
Then 3 ka friend.
4.
Then
4. 5 ka friend. 6.
6. So 6 are friend. 6 is a
7.
6 ka friend. 5 ka friend. 6. 6 is a
6 is
odd number or even number.
even number.
Very good. 6 is a even number.
Thank you.
हाय, मैं पूजा एंड मैं डीएवी बसंतकुंज स्कूल में पढ़ती हूँ।
हाय, मैं आर्यन और मैं डीएवी बसंतकुंज स्कूल में पढ़ता हूँ।
एंड आज हम आप सभी को एक एक्टिविटी के थ्रू ये एक्सप्लेन करेंगे कि किसी भी नंबर्स के फैक्टर्स कैसे फाइंड करते हैं। तो मैं 5 के फैक्टर्स बताऊंगी
एंड मैं 8 के फैक्टर्स बताऊंगी।
ओके।
Aryan and Pooja are finding the factors of 5 and 8 using coins.
तो सबसे पहले हम जानते हैं 5 के फैक्टर्स।
Pooja is arranging 5 coins horizontally in one line. She explains it as 1 into 5.
तो मैंने एक लाइन में 5 कॉइन्स को अरेंज किया है, तो फिर ये हो गया 1 into 5।
She then arranges the coins vertically with 1 coin each in 5 lines. This is 5 into 1. Hence, the factors of 5 are 1 and 5.
अब मैंने 5 लाइन्स बनाई हैं एंड हर एक लाइन में एक एक कॉइन है, तो ये हो गया 5 into 1। तो 5 के फैक्टर्स हो गए 1 and 5।
एंड अब हम जानते हैं 8 के फैक्टर्स। तो मैंने कॉइन्स को एक लाइन में अरेंज किया है, 8 कॉइन्स को, तो ये बनेगा 1 into 8 is equal to 8।
Aryan arranges 8 coins horizontally in one line and says it is 1 into 8 equal to 8.
एक और तरीके से अरेंज कर सकते हैं।
Now he makes 4 rows with 2 coins in each row. He explains this as 2 into 4 equals to 8.
तो अब मैंने 4 रोज बनाई है एंड हर रो में 2 कॉइन्स हैं, तो ये 2 into 4 equal to 8।
Next, he makes 2 rows with 4 coins in each, which is 4 into 2 equals to 8.
एंड अब मैंने 2 रोज बनाई है जिनमें 4 कॉइन्स हैं, तो ये 4 into 2 equal to 8।
Lastly, he makes 8 rows with 1 coin in each, and this is 8 into 1 equal to 8. Hence, the factors of 8 are 1, 2, 4, 8.
अब मैंने 8 लाइन बनाई है एंड हर लाइन में एक कॉइन है, तो ये है 8 into 1 is equal to 8। तो हम कह सकते हैं कि 8 के फैक्टर्स हैं 1, 2, 4 एंड 8।
नमस्कार दोस्तों, मैं देवांग पटियाला स्कूल फॉर द डेफ एंड ब्लाइंड की तरफ से। तो आज मैं आपको बताने वाला हूँ कि ब्लाइंड पर्सन किस प्रकार ज्यामितीय प्रश्नों को अपनी नोटबुक्स में बनाते हैं। बुक्स में तो वो अपने प्रश्नों को स्पर्श करके समझ लेते हैं, परंतु नोटबुक में बनाने में उनको बहुत ज़्यादा कठिनाई आती है, क्योंकि नोटबुक बनाने के लिए हमारे पास आज तक कोई भी उपकरण उपलब्ध नहीं है। आज हमने एक मॉडल तैयार किया है जिसका नाम है ज्यामितीय बोर्ड। इसकी सहायता से हम ज्यामितीय प्रश्नों को अपनी नोटबुक में बना सकते हैं। तो आज हम आपको ज्यामितीय बोर्ड से कुछ आकृतियाँ बना के दिखाएंगे। ये ज्यामितीय बोर्ड है और ये हमारा स्केल है और ये हमारी स्टाइलिश है और ये कुछ त्रिभुज और यहाँ से हम कोन वगैरह भी बना सकते हैं। और यहाँ इसी हमने स्पेशल इसे तैयार किया है, इससे हम यहाँ पे नामकरण भी कर सकते हैं कोन का। तो आइए आज हम आपको सबसे आसान 120 डिग्री का कोन बना के दिखाते हैं।
Devang from Patiala School for the Deaf and Blind is showing a geometry board they have made that is used for geometry construction. He uses a protractor and this board to construct an angle.
सबसे पहले हमको पेपर लेना है और उसको ऐसे बिल्कुल अच्छे से यहाँ पे फिट करना है। फिट करने के बाद हम इस प्रोट्रैक्टर को यहाँ पे ऐसे सेट करेंगे। सेट करने के बाद हम एक पिन लेंगे और पिन को केंद्रीय बिंदु पर अच्छे से सेट कर देंगे।
Devang lifts the open frame of the geometry board and inserts a paper into it. He then places the protractor at one corner of the board and pushes a pin into a hole at its center.
तो ये हमारा हो गया पॉइंट ए और अब हम दूसरी पिन लेंगे, यहाँ पे लगाएंगे। ये होगी हमारी रेखा ए बी और इसके बाद अब हम लगाएंगे 60 डिग्री। तो यहाँ देखिए 0 है, 0 के बाद 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120। अब ये यहाँ पे हमको 120, यहाँ पे हम लोग पिन को पिन अप कर देंगे।
He calls the point at the center as A and puts another pin at the end of the straight edge of the protractor and calls it point B. He counts the angles with the markings on the curved edge of the protractor. He puts the third pin at 120 degrees.
तो ये हमने यहाँ पे 120 पे पिन को लगा दिया है। अब इसके बाद हम अपने स्टाइलिश लेंगे और हम इसको एंगल नंबर देंगे। ये एंगल नंबर 1 है तो हम एंगल नंबर देंगे ब्रेन में। एंगल नंबर देने के बाद अगर आप चाहें तो आप एंगल को नाम भी दे सकते हैं। हम 120 डिग्री के कोण को अधिक कोण बोलते हैं, तो हम यहाँ पे लिखेंगे अधिक कोण। तो ये भी हमने इसमें नाम लिख दिया है। तो अब हम प्रोट्रैक्टर को बिल्कुल आराम से बाहर निकाल लेंगे।
The protractor has a frame with braille cells to write on all its sides. Devang writes number 1 on top right and obtuse angle on bottom right.
ऐसे और इसके बाद हम लेंगे स्केल और हमारी स्टाइलिश। हम स्केल को ए बी रेखा पर रखेंगे। तो ऐसे यहाँ पर रखने के बाद हम बिल्कुल आराम से इस रेखा को ऐसे मिला देंगे यहाँ पर। ये हमारी ए बी रेखा तैयार हो गई है और इसके बाद हम ए रेखा को मिलाएंगे सी रेखा पर। ऐसे मिलाने के बाद हम पिंस को बिल्कुल आराम से निकाल लेंगे।
He removes the protractor and connects the 3 push pins that form AB and AC using a scale.
पिन को निकालने के बाद हम अपने पेपर को भी निकाल लेंगे। तो ये बन चुका है हमारा 120 डिग्री का कोण, और ये देखिए ये इसका नंबर है, कोण नंबर n, तो ये नंबर 1 है, और यहाँ पे हमने लिखा है अधिक कोण।
He then removes the pins and takes out the paper from the frame. He can feel the angle and the labels on the reverse side of the paper. 120 degree angle is now ready.
और ये हमारा 120 डिग्री का कोण बन के तैयार हो गया, जिसको हम स्पर्श के माध्यम से पढ़ सकते हैं और समझ सकते हैं। थैंक यू।
नमस्कार, मेरा नाम सुजल कुपेल है। मैं VMSB स्कूल में ग्रेड 8 में पढ़ता हूँ। तो आज हम एंगल कैसे ड्रॉ करते हैं ये सीखेंगे। हमें एंगल ड्रॉ करने के लिए एक रबर शीट और एक OHP शीट की ज़रूरत पड़ती है।
Sujal from Victoria Memorial School for the Blind shows angle construction. The OHP sheet is fixed on a rubber sheet using push pins.
OHP शीट को रबर शीट के ऊपर से इस तरीके से फिक्स करना पड़ता है। फिर हमें एक प्रोटेक्टर की ज़रूरत पड़ती है, देखिए इस तरीके से, और एक स्केल की ज़रूरत पड़ती है, ये देखिए। प्रोटेक्टर को बाजू में रखेंगे सबसे पहले, और स्केल को पिन के माध्यम से एक जगह पे फिक्स करनी है।
Sujal then fixes the tactile ruler on the OHP sheet.
और स्टाइलस की मदद से एक रेख ड्रॉ करनी है, एक लाइन ड्रॉ करनी है।
He takes the stylus and draws a line against the ruler. He removes the ruler and feels the tactile line that is drawn.
हाथ को लग रही है, स्पर्श हो रही है। फिर हम प्रोटेक्टर लेंगे।
Next, he keeps the tactile protractor on the line drawn.
और लाइन के ऊपर एकदम इस तरीके से रख देंगे, और प्रोटेक्टर को भी एक जगह पे इस तरीके से फिक्स करेंगे। बराबर लाइन के ऊपर आना चाहिए। तो सबसे पहले प्रोटेक्टर के मिडल पॉइंट में एक पॉइंट ड्रॉ करेंगे, और हमें जितने का एंगल चाहिए उधर एक पॉइंट ड्रॉ करेंगे। हमें अभी 30 डिग्री का एंगल चाहिए, तो एक रेश ये 10 डिग्री की है, तो हमें 30 डिग्री चाहिए एंगल। ये 10, 20 और 30, इधर एक पॉइंट ड्रॉ करेंगे।
He marks the midpoint on the protractor and measures 30 degrees on the protractor and marks another point corresponding to it.
स्केल की मदद से हम वो दो पॉइंट को एक जगह पे जोड़ेंगे।
He then removes the protractor and connects the 2 points using a ruler. Now, 30 degree angle is done.
इस तरीके से देखिए हमारा 30 डिग्री का एंगल बन चुका है। तो इसी प्रकार से आप 60 डिग्री का, 90 डिग्री का एंगल बना सकते हैं। थैंक यू।
Those were some amazing learning aids used by the children. Assistive aids and assistive technology play a very important role in the life of a person with disability. Today, we We have few representatives from assistive technology aids organizations who will discuss the subject in detail. The moderator for the discussion is George, who heads Assistive Technology Labs, EI Labs at Enable India. He has been a valuable advisor for Vividha. Over to you, George.
Can you hear me?
George?
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, we can. Please go ahead.
Okay. Very happy to be part of this panel and happy to interact with all of you. I am sure that, okay, all of you are very tired after the hectic morning schedule, but I hope all of you have enjoyed the session. I really enjoyed the session. I thought, okay, I will spend maybe a couple of hours there, but I could not finish seeing all the different experiments that was shown by the kids and even some of the assistive technologies. Moving on to our last part of the session, let us now listen from some of the participants who have been pioneering some of the assistive technologies. While we know that, okay, we are all doing this for the person with visual impairment, it is also important that, okay, some of these solutions or some of these technologies are helping persons with visual impairment to speed up their learning process or overcome some of the barriers. To start the discussion, we have Anjana from Matruchaya, we have Paul, we have Sunil from iSTEM, we have Sweda from IIT Delhi, who is actually representing Race Lines, and Shachi, who is representing, I think, okay, I hope I can pronounce the company name correctly. It's called Auto Slowness. Oh, sorry if I am not correct.
Ortho Solid.
Okay. Yeah. So maybe what I will do is I will start with, there is no particular order, but I would like to maybe start with maybe Sunil from iSTEM. Because I mean, iSTEM was one of the organization or the campaign that gave a big boost to the aspirations of person with visual impairment. I remember some of the hackathon that was happening in IIIT TV, like maybe 4 or 5 years back. And that actually gave a tremendous amount of aspirations to persons with disability and visual impairment, especially in the STEM area. Sunil, what are your thoughts on today's science exhibition or STEM exhibition? And how do you think it is going to help your organizational goals? Sunil, you are on mute now. Sunil, are you there?
Sunil, can you unmute yourself, please? It would be nice if Shachi and Anjana could also switch on their video.
Okay, let us move on. Maybe we will wait for Sunil to come back. Maybe let us start with Sweda. So Sweda represents Assistive Labs. I think there have been a lot of products that has come out of Assistive Labs. The one that was demonstrated today was Race Lines solution, which is actually helping persons with visual impairment to get a good understanding about the or good feel about the tactile objects or the tactile feel of the STEM subject, right? So Shweta, what do you think about today's exhibition and how it can help assistive technology people like your organization to reach your organization? I think Shweta is not able to unmute, so I think can somebody help?
Yeah, I think now I'm audible. Am I audible now?
Yes, yes.
Yes. So, yes, so some brief introduction has already been given. So, I am Shweta, and we are no longer just assisted group that we were many years ago. Now it has born into National Center for Assistive Health Technology. So here at NCHT, we are based out in IIT Delhi campus only at Research and Innovation Park, and we have created a space, an experience zone, if you want to call it, wherein we are listing around 180 solutions. And these 80 solutions will be hardware-based solutions, software-based solutions. So a lot of challenges that people with visual impairment feel. They are in the space of like mobility. Sometimes people find it difficult to find, accessible education solutions. Sometimes it's about accessible workplace solutions, smart home solutions. So we have listed around 100 solutions which are covering all these areas. But specifically here in this event, we were listing out solutions that RLF Foundation, which is Raised Lines Foundation, that is born out of our group only. It's a startup, non-profit organization. They have worked extensively for children with visual impairment. So it's assumed that after 6th or 7th standard, because of the so many diagrams, it's very difficult for blind students to pursue science and math. So our effort is to just at Raise Line Foundation to just make that kind of education accessible. And we have created these tactile books which are for science and maths both, for all standards from class first to till 12th. And we also have created a geometry kit which is based on a magnetic slate. So these are some of the solutions that Raise Line Foundation are already created. And in the future, we are looking forward to making interactive simulations possible for children with visual impairment. So what I mean to say is, all that you see on the screen, this can be converted into a format which is easily understood to students with visual impairment. Like if we sonify the information, for example, a graph, if we want to represent a graph on computer, then you can sonify it. So these kind of methods we want to explore in the future. All these science experiments that I saw today, they were wonderful. So along with this, we would like to, go a little further and maybe create interactive simulations for students to make use of, not just for like students who are in sixth standard or fifth standard, but even for the ones who want to pursue science in higher studies, like they want to go for engineering or they want to become scientists like us. So that is our whole idea. And with Vividha Trust being there for us, I hope we will have enough work to be done in this area. They will give us enough opportunities. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, thanks, Veda. I mean, I think it's very important that, okay, we have to be aware about the long-term goals of the candidates, right? And not just their education, because we are mostly worried about, okay, what is the kind of jobs that we are going to end up with. So, yeah, so it is very important that these are taken care during the higher education. The solutions are useful for the higher education as well. Now, before going to Sunil, I will go to Paul. Paul, for me, has been a person who is like been innovating on a daily basis, right? So, and And it has been very nice to know Paul about the kind of solution he's coming up with and the kind of motivation he gives to people who are into the assistive technology space. So, Paul, I mean, the question or the what I want to hear from you is, I mean, this is not something which is very new for you, right? I mean, you have been always part of these kind of events. What is really motivating you to be one of the leaders in this space? And also, what do you think that people, how can we bring in more people into this space? And how these kind of events can actually go beyond whatever our expectation is to reach that.
George, can you hear me? Feedback problems. Can you hear George? And the rest?
Yes, Paul. Yeah.
Thanks, George, for the introduction, and it's been really a lovely journey and knowing you all these years and all these lovely people, Shantala and Vision Empower and everyone I've worked with in this field. Actually, you asked a question: what motivates and what do you think will draw people into this field? And I think it's the people. Today, we had just a huge bunch of inspiring children. And what was done was also you incorporated getting volunteers from local colleges and schools. And I think that in itself is a really wonderful way of not just motivating, but building that community involvement in this type of area which would otherwise be neglected and nobody. So when you have engineering college students and school kids who are brought in at this stage, then they are exposed to different realities that have a whole different set of problems that require solutions. And that's what's motivated me, basically. I found that, all they'd have to do is to, just tell us some of the problems that they face. And then as technical people, we want to come up with solutions. And there's nothing like having this whole journey start at school and college level. It's really the college kids I met and some of the school kids that I met today who were not really, they didn't have a problem, but they came as volunteers. They were really excited about being there. And that's what I think makes things work. It certainly worked for me that way. And I mean, I've been really blessed by all the people I've met in this arena. Everyone is so dedicated. Everyone is and that's all you need actually to be motivated. You don't really need to be an expert in any field, because when you're motivated, you tend to just put in your best, whatever you're capable of, which is all that's required actually, if you put in your best. And that's what's keeping me going in this field and what's kept me in this field all these years. So it's a really wonderful thing. And today it was a really a wonderful experience seeing all the different things that were on display and meeting these new bunch of people. It was really nice. And there was a little kid, I forgot her name. She had come with her friend at the same age group, maybe 5 or 6. She was first grade. And the friend was sighted, but they had such a lovely bond between the two of those kids. That's the type of kind of community that we would ideally love to see, because with that, the whole aspect of integration happens automatically. We don't have to struggle towards accessible solutions when others who are differently able teamed up with those who are otherwise able can kind of generally merge their best and reach solutions that would otherwise not be possible. So I think that's basically what my experience, George, has been.
Okay, thank you, Paul. And yeah, like you rightly said, I mean, this volunteers and is what is going to make the huge difference, right? Because inclusion is what we are all looking for, and this is the best place for that kind of. There's an opportunity for that kind of
Yeah, including the volunteers at this stage was a means of inclusion that actually will leave a permanent and lasting impression on all those kids, which is what's needed.
Okay. Thanks, Paul. And now I'll go to Anjana ma'am from Madhuchaya. So ma'am, what I would like to know, because I mean, Madhuchaya is one organization, while many organizations are. Anjana ma'am, can you hear me? Can you switch on the video? Okay, okay, we'll come back to Anjana ma'am from Madhuchaya. So, okay, we'll come back to Sunil now. Sunil, I hope, I don't know whether you really heard my question. Could you please switch on your video? Just to know that, okay, you are able to hear. Yeah, Sunil, I cannot see you. Sunil, are you there? Okay. Sunil, could you unmute? Anjana ma'am, can you hear me?
George, I think Anjana ma'am is still connecting to audio.
Audio,
Maybe
yeah.
we can
Sunil,
move to Shachi.
Yeah.
We can sort out with those.
Yes, okay, yeah. Yeah, so Shachi, I thought, okay, I will maybe finish one of them and then move to Shachi. So, see, it is really great to see Shachi today coming up with some, I mean, and a lot of our colleagues also was part of the event, right? And like the new kid on the block, right? I mean, so, Shachi, what are your plans going forward?
Yeah, so, as I was telling earlier, my main work is in the IT services, and IoT is an area where we work in building some things for farmers, and then these mushroom growers or the whatever. So this was done for this event. We were saying, see, one is you enable them, give them the education that they need. The second thing is, how do we make them interested in the areas in which we are working, right, as a company? So one of the questions that was also there from one of the participants who came to see our the board was, this is fine. Now, will this empower us in a long term, or how will you help us to get empowered to be able to get a job or do something after all the studies and everything, right? That's where that was the whole idea when we came up with this, right? Now, inclusivity is happening to certain extent in schools and colleges, and when they're studying, and there's a lot of effort that is being made. Now, once they are done with their education, we actually do not see a lot of visually impaired people coming into the kind of roles which the other normal people are doing. It's only a very small percentage that is coming in. Now, how do we get them interested, and how do we get them there? That's been the question, and that's what we want to do. The inclusivity, not just in terms of education and everything, but in terms of work. How can they come on board to companies like us, right? And then that's when the sustenance will happen. One is empowerment, inclusivity, and then the sustenance. So my interest and the role or a goal or a vision that I have is can we bring in that sustenance part to people?
Okay, okay. Thanks. So I think Shachi was also, Sweta was also going in a similar line about how the sustenance is possible, right? And how to make sure that their interest is maintained, and which will actually lead to something which livelihood much later in their life, right? So I will go to Anjana ma'am right now. Anjana ma'am, could you switch on your video just to know that, okay, you are. Oh. Okay. Sunil, are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, Sunil. Yeah.
That's great.
Sunil, yeah. So I think like you, I don't know whether you are hearing to all of them. What everybody is saying is like it's all about aspiration for the livelihood, and iSTEM is focusing on that to a large extent. What do you think? I mean, events like this, and what more events are required to make it happen?
No. So first of all, I think thanks a lot for inviting me here. I had some technical glitches in the beginning to join, but again, excuse me for that. My laptop was giving some issues. So first of all, I would like to say a bit of line, I'll give a bit of introduction of iSTEM, and then I'll come to your question as to what I think and what iSTEM think in general. So iSTEM is an organization, which is founded and being run by visually impaired people. So we are four co-founders in iSTEM team. iSTEM right now is a private limited company that works for creating technical products for making education accessible in general. But we also focus specifically on the STEM subjects, mathematics and other engineering subjects, to have a way for a visually impaired person to access mathematics and other fields. So in terms of the team, if I talk about, so there, again, all of us have engineering background. So four co-founder, me, and there's Karthik, Sani, Shakul, Akashdeep. So all of us have gone through this experience as to, how does it look like how does it look like to study STEM, being a visually impaired person or a blind person. So now coming to Vividha, so this year I couldn't come to there in person, but I've been able to hear to some of the experiments that students were performing there. It was quite exciting to see them, how they have been able to detect the colors and the acid and base experiment and things. So in general, and this is something, when I came back in, I think 2018 or 19 in person, I went to each booth and each stall and see, how people were doing the experiment. It was quite an exciting thing because, again, at the earlier time, for example, when I was studying, so I was not aware of such techniques. So I was relying a lot more on sighted help nearby. But now, due to let's say, Vividha's intervention into how the STEM could be made more accessible at practical level. So that is, something which is very noteworthy. And now one thing that, and again, I appreciate it a lot, and we at iSTEM, in general, see it in a very right way to go ahead and promote STEM subjects within visual impaired community. So, that if these kind of events are done more throughout the year and perhaps, in different places as well. So I know that Bangalore has been having these events for, I think, a long time. Similarly, if these events could be conducted across other cities and other states, that will be great too. So in general, I would say that it was quite an awesome experience to see what I saw today through and I saw previous presentation or previous exhibitions as well. So I think that would say in the beginning note, I would say.
Okay, thanks, Sunil. So what is really, it's like, it's all coming to the same point. Okay, how do we sustain the interest from beginning till the end? And especially in STEM, maybe if there are some disconnects, it's important that we somehow weave it together. So Anjana ma'am, before we lose you, I will come to you. And one of the primary thing, I mean, right now we know that a lot of NGOs, right? I mean, they are all using the same old technology, or that they are all working in the braille and very unusual way that was done in the past. But Madhurchaya is one organization who is always forefront in the technology, who is ready to try out the new things. So how do you think, I mean, what do you think like Madhurchaya can do, or to help other NGOs to come at par with what Madhurchaya is doing? And yes, okay.
Yeah. Sorry for. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. In this meeting.
Yeah, we can hear you, ma'am. Okay, so I think we again lost Anjana, ma'am. So
yeah, I think
okay.
Unstable internet for.
Yeah, network. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. So before we move ahead, okay, one of the important things that is coming out is the sustenance of people. No, like okay, how we can make sure that the interest is sustained and all, leading to a livelihood kind of thing, and by making sure that the interest is maintained. Now, I would like to just open up the discussion to everybody in this meeting on what are the kind of challenges that you particularly face. And you can ask this question to anyone in the panel. What is the kind of specific challenge that you are facing in terms of that sustenance or maintaining that interest? And it could be your example, or it could be something that you see what others are facing. So if any one of you have any questions, please ask that question here. You can raise your hands, or you can just signal.
So I think participants can unmute themselves if they have any questions.
I don't really have a question, but it was an observation that came about by talking to some of the people I know. And can you hear?
Yes, Paul, so you can go ahead. Yeah, Sunil, so you can go ahead.
Well, and I was asking them why, how do we get more people interested in getting involved in this field of STEM education, and basically working with people with in this more inclusive way. And a lot of them said that they don't know how to kind of interact with people with disabilities, especially. And they are very scared of saying the wrong thing, or being politically correct and things like that. And so if those questions can be addressed, I told them from my own experience that the people who will be least offended are those who are actually in this field. So you don't have to worry about being politically correct and saying the right thing. And if you just are interested, none of all those things matter. And that was one of the things that was keeping them away from interacting, because they were even scared to ask basic questions like, how do you go about your daily life if you have a vision problem, and how do you seek other people's help and things like that. So just if those issues of this aspect of political correctness that seems to have come in, that is putting more fear into people mixing with people with disabilities and being more inclusive, that seems to have come as a negative approach. And I mean, what should I say? Factor that has to be dealt with. So if that can be addressed, that would be nice.
Okay.
Because we are not looking out to insult or when we mix. We're trying to be curious and find solutions and be as understanding as possible. So those are things that would be nice if they could be addressed. Topics.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I think this is like, I mean, even in today's event, we saw that to some extent, right? I mean, because I mean, it was run by volunteers. Yeah. Now that we have Anjana ma'am, over to you. Can you hear me? Anjana ma'am, you're stuck. I mean, can you just talk? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So maybe, okay, I will, okay, let us not waste time. I mean, we'll move ahead. So maybe my next question is again to Shweta. And Shweta, what do you think the next Curious Mind should be? How do you want to make, how do you want it to be so that it can be bigger?
Like one thing could be that there was a lot of language barrier for me. There were kids I was not able to speak to because they were not able to understand the languages I knew, which were Hindi and English. And they knew Kannada sometimes, and they were not very comfortable with English. So I think somewhere either I should learn Kannada next time. I should come up with this new language with me, or otherwise maybe somewhere if we can make it more like if the language barrier is not there, that will help a lot to interact and know each other better, to understand what needs to be done. So that's one thing. I don't know how will that happen actually, but it just came to my mind that I was facing a lot of difficulties in conversing with people sometimes.
Sorry about that, Shweta, but a local translator would have helped you handle that. Yeah,
so you
many
already
of
have
us
a
were
solution.
around, but had we known, we would have helped you out on that. Sorry about it.
No, don't be sorry. It just now I also have the solution for this problem, so that's wonderful. So that's not a problem then. Apart from that, it was really wonderful to see that there are so many interesting ways in which experiments are being done. Like I saw this YouTube channel of Vividha Trust, and I did see some of the demos that students were giving, and I was like, okay, maybe this is it. But here it was a lot more. So yes, if we can go more into now using the assistive technologies to demonstrate, to even do things through those platforms, that will be interesting. I know students cannot make use of smartphones, but I think they can make use of desktop and maybe use those screen reading softwares to do a lot of things online. For example, even Enable India would have demonstrated this. One can write maths on desktop nowadays just using normal Microsoft Word, right? So these kind of things, I think next time when students get on to displaying what all they know, if they could also show solutions on which are based on desktop, that will be wonderful. That ways we will also get to know where the gaps are, and we will also improve upon the kind of research that we are doing here. So yeah.
Okay.
And let's go global eventually.
Okay. Yeah. And Savita can learn Portuguese, Ukraine, and some of those languages, so that she can help it.
Yeah.
We become local there, then we will learn, George.
Yeah. Okay. Shaji, what are the new products that you're going to make after today's event?
So that's what I've been thinking, right? One is, see, we have technology with us. We have a technical skills with us. Now, people at Vividha or people who are dealing with visually impaired children or people are the ones who know the problems, right? So if we can come together, then the products can be more, better than what, if we just come up with something thinking that, okay, this might help, might not become a realistic or a usable one. So it has to be, and another point that I was also thinking was, we are technical solution providers, if I can call myself, but then we need the solution coming from the people who are facing the problem. I want this to happen. We can give them options. We can do this way, this way, this way, this way, in a number of ways. But then what's their problem and what is their solution that they want? If that comes, then we can bridge the gap in terms of technology and make it happen. I mean, I cannot say this is the product that we are going to bring in, but then we would like to work together to see what is useful for them. There's no point in just bringing in the product.
Okay. Then I think I will ask the same question to Sunil. Sunil, what kind of products you want Shachi to make for you?
Yeah, so I think, again, I'll say, in terms of the product, as Sachi was saying, it all depends on the actual need. So, for example, when I was doing the experiment, so there are devices, again, you can theoretically hear about them, or, practically you can see their prices in US and other places as to how much they cost. But in general, when you are in science of STEM field, for example, if I go back to my 11th, 12th standard and for that matter, my college. So now the general experiment involved, dealing with a lot of instruments or a lot of reading devices, for example, voltmeter, ammeter, and there could be, as simple as, let's say, screw gauge and, vernier calipers. They are different devices. Now, all of these devices, can they be made, accessible either, let's say, through a hardware product or, a software that perhaps does the OCR, try to read it, is more, is more adapted to the situation such that it gives the perfect reading. Because again, you are talking about science and you're talking about experiment. So now there the accuracy and number matters. So, there is always a chance of error while you're doing the experiment. Now, if you're using some other technology, let's say some external technology, for example, some app or some other reading solution, well, now that shouldn't create, additional error, so to say. Because then there are already 2-3 factors in your equation that you generally write for an experiment. By that my experiment might be having this and this error. Now there is one more factor. So that accuracy is also very important for these solutions or whatever we build. Now again, talking back to what I was talking earlier in the terms of prices, there are devices again outside India which allows you to do this experiment accessibly, and then they have a very high bar in terms of the price. But again, can those solutions built, again, in India at affordable price could be, let's say, either afforded by a school or college or individual, that would be great. So, these are some of the things. Again, in terms of what iSTEM is doing, what iSTEM can do is that currently we are focusing a lot on making the STEM content accessible. How do you read mathematics? How do you read the table that you generally encountered in science and maths? And then similarly, how the other construct that we generally see is that images, and how do you make these accessible and how do you present it to a visually impaired person in the most accessible way that at least the content is something they don't have to struggle with. So that's what iSTEM is trying to do through its AI services, and we have our own portal and our app out. It's called iSTEM Accessibility Solutions, or portal.istem.com as an website. So anyone can go there and get the accessible content. And going in future, we are again into thinking of introducing more and more technology into the app, so that more and more things could be identified, and that even for that matter could be done through color and other things.
Okay. Yeah, I can see 2 hands raised. Michelle, you want to ask a question?
Yeah. Am I audible?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. My name is Michelle. So I'm a parent. where my daughter studies in one of the schools here in Bangalore. So when I think Shachi ma'am just rightly said, when the people who are facing the problem has to come actually forward, when these solutions are already there, it is all around us, but people who are actually in need isn't getting the access to it. So when we came to Bangalore, and when we just moved to Bangalore recently, and I've heard a similar concern from a lot of parents saying that how do we get admission to schools? And when we're talking about schools, we're talking about inclusive schools. And one of the main questions these schools ask is that we don't know Braille. How do we give admission to your child? And we don't have that kind of a resource. We are not equipped to take your child in. But that is a common problem across. I wouldn't just say here, but across schools everywhere. So then these solutions are already existing, and it's already accessible. Everything is there. Today, in fact, when we just move from one table to the other, all my questions, all what the queries that it was just running in my mind, the solutions just right in front of the table. And this is what we've been thinking, and it is not reached the right people, the right person. If that can be made more, what do I say, it taken to the right place through the training. I don't know if it is possible through training programs or getting integrated programs, like, for teachers, for the management. And if this schools across are convinced that yes, solutions are there, systems can be put in place, then I feel even when we're talking about inclusive education, wouldn't be a problem at all. Even when we go in for admissions. So otherwise, whenever we talk about this, it's always that because they are blind and we don't have resources, sorry, we can't take your child in. So I don't know if experts like you all, Enable India, raised lines, when we are all coming up with a lot of things, and if that can be like easily made available, just not available, like how to use them, and if more and more people, and rightly, we have students studying in various schools here in Bangalore, I'm sure even outside Bangalore, if we can have training programs, I'm sure a lot of parents would come forward, like me, like various other people, like they'll come forward to attend these training sessions, so that we can confidently say that yes, you can take our child in because we have solutions in place here. So there is no there's nothing, there's no obstacle in between or in the path. Because we've had these digital classrooms of late. All our regular schools have digital classrooms, which was not there a couple of years back. And that is, I think they've rightly done by kind of sensitizing the school authorities, saying that the need of the hour is moving forward, and having technology in place, and digital classrooms are there now. So likewise, if these solutions which are already there can be integrated into regular school streams, I would just see all these students having a better, they would be at a better place in schools.
Okay, yeah. So Savitha and Chandala, next year, one requirement for the exhibition is it is to be for the teachers more than the students. So you have to make the teachers do all these experiments so that they know what to do before actually the kids can be included them, right? And as Michelle rightly said, this new NEP is, government is really pushing NEP, which is where a lot of inclusive education aspects are there is a focus on inclusive education aspects, right? So I think somewhere we have to, and the only way you have to do that is by branding or by glamorizing that. So I think so that is one of the focus area, I think, for next year, at least, and maybe in the course of this 1 year, this has to, maybe it can end, it can be a combination in 2023 various minds, but I think that journey of how to, that objective for next year or the theme could be something like that, where we are more aligned to NEP 2030 more aligned to NEP. I think there are two more questions. Kittu, could you?
Yeah, if I could answer for a couple of things here, so that it's in line. So definitely we have made an effort to get the teachers in from all these schools. So we also try to increase the number of participants, both in terms of making it inclusive as well as getting the teachers come in, because more of the students are presenting. But unfortunately, that we have not been too successful in that. We did have some certain challenges even with the blind schools. But what works more is to take our children to their school. So probably we should explore that option, where we make a small group of visually impaired children and take them to the school and demonstrate, saying that we are going to have a science exhibition along with your children in your school. That time they don't need to come, we go to them, so that they are prepared for the next curious mind to come here. So we will try out on that in few of the schools, and it would be great if parents can also help us reach to the school, and we will see how it works. Okay, we'll definitely keep our try on that.
Kittu,
George.
Yes.
Yeah, no. Actually speaking, yeah, Savita and Vividha has been the only driving force here. And in fact, they've done more than what they could. Like, they've definitely pushed all limits. So, but today when even when I spoke to Shweta, I don't know if she remembers, when we came over to the table, when me and one of the teachers who teaches in Valley, when both of us were having this conversation. So a lot of the material content, it was already there. It was just there, which they had all the products in place. So I don't know if I'm asking the right question, even to Shweta, like if your department, like if the school is willing, and I'm talking perspective to the school where Lisa is studying in, likewise other schools, if they're willing, if they get in touch base with you all, and will coming over and even having that conversation, open conversation with the management and the teachers, it will kind of give solutions to a lot of these popping questions which come, like how do you teach this concept which is very abstract to them, all that. So will that kind of work in the future to come,
So actually, what you're mentioning is precisely that if we develop a solution or a technology, whether we make any efforts to get that technology adopted or not, right? So as part of that, we understand that creating awareness and doing trainings of these 80 solutions is very, very important. Like in the lab, if we create some product, and then we just give out in the market and say, okay, now this is ready, you use it. People don't even know where those technologies are. Even if we give those technologies to the people, they will be like, because we have never used this, we don't want to use it. Those kind of things we have been dealing with for last 10 years. So we have been doing training for the products that we have developed in our lab. We do that. But right now, like I mentioned in the beginning, we have set up an experience zone in the IIT campus only. Now, this experience zone will not only have solutions that are catering to education for your child, but this will also have solutions that will help your child to actually go to school, and later on maybe come out of school and then go to a workplace. So solutions which are going to help a person with blindness throughout lifetime, those are the solutions that they need, right? So we have listed out a lot of those solutions. Some of the solutions we have developed in the lab. There are many other solutions that other universities or maybe other organizations from abroad, they have developed those products, and we have assessed and studied those technologies, and we have felt, okay, there is a need for something like this in India, so we will put it here. So that kind of center is open to anybody, students, teachers, parents. You can also just come there with the very basic queries with your children, and you can just come to us and sit with us for a day. Like, we have people there who are AT specialists, people who are blind, and they use these technologies on a daily basis. They even develop these kind of solutions. You can go and ask questions, you can stay there, you can have your kids stay back in the experience zone center throughout the day, and that kid can try out all the solutions. You have any queries, we will entertain. So this experience zone that we have set up, the primary purpose is to take care of this thing only. And with Raise Line Foundation, it's a non-profit organization, and they send out these tactile books, specifically these tactile books, for almost free to a lot of schools. Because right now schools don't even know, what have you come up with, we have never used something like this. To help them adopt something like this so that it reaches students, we are going this way for now. So you can like I shared my details with you. You can definitely reach out to us anytime, and anyone who's present here, you're most welcome to visit our lab, like the experience zone which we have set up in IIT Delhi. You just need to give us a call or maybe drop an email at ncht.iittd@gmail.com, and then you can come over. There's no issue. We are open because we also want to solve problems which are relevant to people with blindness. So how will we know what problems need to be solved? Only if you people tell us. So for us also, it will be wonderful. So yeah, you're most welcome to, visit and learn. Not just today, for next so many years. Like you can come over anytime. Yeah, not an issue.
Got the warning from Savidha. The time is almost up, so maybe we have two more questions. Okay, Kito, could you?
Yeah. Hi, sir. Hi, all. My name is Archana. I'm mother of Kittu Hevnandan Raj, who is 6-year-old, and he's studying in Devnar Blind School, Hyderabad. So he has recently joined, and I would like to tell you about Raceline Foundation, that you have made very exclusive products for our children, and the books are very good, and with tactile everywhere, tactile in every page. So I think Shweta and Sunil. Hello, can you hear
Yeah,
me?
go ahead. Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, yes, sir. So I feel the dots which are raised in the tactile books should be little more bigger in size, and the tactile, usually tactile we assume it as with textures and all. So if you could add little more sensory kind, like adding textures on the things in the books, and the size of the braille dot is little more raised and bigger in size.
Okay, yeah.
So please take it as a suggestion. So I'm very happy that Raise Lines have made exclusive products for our children, and we are looking for more products from you. And I could see my son loves Thirsty Crow story book. So I could see in your website that it is yet going to come. It is yet to come. So we are eagerly waiting for that.
Okay. Thank you. And I have one from Shantala. I think it's from the group. There is a question. Yeah. Can you unmute? Sorry.
Yeah, hi, this is Sujata. This is probably an answer to Michelle's question, wherein she said that, she found so many people here when she had come for this exhibition. I'm basically from Navi Mumbai. And one thing I would like to say is definitely, the recent trend is that social media gives an answer to all one's queries. And with so many people in this today's exhibition where I've seen, like, you people who are specialists in all this assistive technology, there are various other parents who have so many questions that they couldn't get covered. Probably, we can have a social media platform, like maybe a Facebook page. An example I'll give you is that we have a Facebook page called Navi Mumbai Moms We Care, We Share. And anybody who is a specialist or a question or a parent, anything, we post in that. And the answer is there. I have a question, I get the answer from you. So maybe probably an Enable India or, from Shweta or anybody, whatever, even the products that you have, if you are, or even from Vividha for that matter, if you have a platform like this, maybe a Facebook page where all of you come together, then parents need not wait for a year to, for yet another year for a Curious Minds to happen to come and explore you all. It's probably the very next day they get a solution to this. So this is just a answer that I thought I should share.
Okay, so what I will do is now I will pass it the anchor back to the MC. We are almost. I don't know whether Savita, Meenakshi, Shantala, and I could sleep yesterday, so maybe they can have a peaceful sleep as early as possible. So I will.
I just
wind
had
up here.
one comment. Can I make it?
Yeah,
I just
go
had
ahead.
one comment. So when Michelle was talking about different, the problem that she was mentioning, and also what I heard from Sujata and Shweta today. So we have a platform which can be used for anything, right? Which can bring in. It's more like a, if I call it Amazon, it takes it into a different thing. But this is a platform where whatever products or services that are there that needs to be brought together can be brought together just for visually impaired people or for any kind of disabilities. That's a technology that I can bring, we can bring in from the company point of view. I would definitely discuss this further with Savita and Shanu, but thought we'll make a mention of it today.
Yeah, sure. We will check with the other panelists here and see what can be done to the beneficiary, together. We all work for the same purpose. So if it is going to benefit them, then why not? Let's take it offline and see where it goes, Chachi. We'll connect to all the other assistive technology team here and see what can be done.
Sure.
Okay, thanks for that.
Yeah, so yeah, I think we have reached the end of panel session. Thank you everybody, to all the panelists and all the participants. Great discussion. I think we can go on for another much more time with these discussions, but let us if some kind of continuous discussion platform is available, then it will be much more easier than just one signature occasion where we get to ask this. So thank you all, and bye-bye.
Yeah, thanks, George. So the program is still continuing. We have few more videos of the children to be seen, which would take another 10 minutes or so, 10-15 minutes. And then we will continue with our Q&A session. So request all of you to please bear with us for another 15 minutes. We don't want to disappoint the children who have joined to wait and see their videos.
Enjoy with us, actually.
Please do cooperate. Thank you. We're on to the studio for videos.
Hi everyone, I'm Lisa. I love toys. Sabrish and Giri are having fun with their toys. And you know what? They made these toys themselves.
Good morning to all. My name is R. Sabrish. I am studying in 8th standard from Government High School, Kurumbapalayam, Coimbatore. Today my experiment is about cup centrifugal force. Okay, what is centrifugal force? It is the force that causes an object moving in the circular path to move out and away from the center of its path. Now, we start the experiment. What we need is 2 clear plastic cups, 2 balls, a holder and a glue gun. Okay. Take the 2 plastic cups and put the ball inside in each one. With the help of the hot glue gun, go all the way around on the outside top of the one cup. When it's done, take the another cup . Take the another cup and seal it off. Leave it for few seconds. For this process, I take my mother's help because the glue gun is very hot. Now, take the holder . At the one end, apply the hot glue gun . And place it at the center. Leave it for few seconds. Now the setup is ready. I am going to spin like this. Now the ball move outward. This force is called centrifugal force. This is due to the inertia of the object where it seeks to follow the straight line of its path. Thanks for watching my experiment. Thank you all.
Hi, my name is Giri and today I am going to do an experiment on shoot gun pen. For this experiment we need a ballpoint pen, a rubber band and a balloon. Let's start. First, remove the top and bottom parts and take the refill out. Now insert the pen into the balloon. I request my mom to tie the balloon with rubber band. Now insert the refill again. Now I am pulling the balloon out and the refill move forward and hit target. Newton's third law of motion states for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. Here the action is I am pulling the balloon back out and the opposite reaction is the refill moving forward. Thank you everyone.
Wow, such cool toys. I never knew that toys had so much science in them. Now let's see what a Newton is exploring with sounds.
Hi, what is your name?
My name is Aryan.
Okay, Aryan. What is your experiment today?
Experiment is sound in different medium.
Okay, medium say
Solid, liquid, gas.
Very good. What is it?
Table.
Okay, table solid or liquid or gas?
Solid.
Correct. Abhinana will make the sound. Wait. Sound vastunda? వినిపిస్తుందా నాన్న? సాయి ఫ్రంట్ సైడ్ ఏముంది చూడు. వాట్ ఈస్ దర్ న్యూ ఫ్రంట్? టచ్ ఇట్. వాట్ ఈస్ ఇట్? వాట్ ఈస్ ఇట్?
Water.
Water is solid or liquid or gas?
liquid.
Correct. Take your bell. సౌండ్ వచ్చిందా?
ఇప్పుడు వాటర్.
ఇప్పుడు వాటర్లో పెట్టి రింగ్ చేయి. ప్లేస్ యువర్ ఇయర్ ఆన్ ద వాటర్. సి సౌండ్ వస్తుందా?
సౌండ్ వస్తుంది.
వాటర్లో చెయ్యి.
ఇప్పుడు వాటర్. It's fascinating to know how sound travels through water. And do you know how water travels all the way from the roots to the stem to the leaves and through the tip, and then Jagadishwaran will tell us what happens next.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am P. Jagadishwaran. I am studying 6th standard C section English medium in St. Louis, Adayar. Today, we are going to see the leaf transpiration experiment. What I need for experiment is leaf, ziplock and seal. Now, take the ziplocker or cover. With the steel, tie the ziplocker to the leaves. Seal that so that no air goes inside. Transpiration occurs when plants take up liquid water from the soil and release water vapor into the air from their leaves. Now, to check this, we are going to leave this setup for an hour. Now, I am checking this. We can find water inside the cover due to its transpiration. Thank you all.
Talking of plants and trees, here's a math problem on a garden.
नमस्कार दोस्तों, मैं डीसीसी पटियाला स्कूल फॉर द डेफ एंड ब्लाइंड से। तो आज हम बताएंगे दृष्टि विकास बच्चे ग्राफ को कैसे दर्शाते हैं और उसके सवालों को कैसे हल करते हैं। चलो आइए, ये है बार ग्राफ मॉडल है, इसको दर्शाकर हम इसके क्वेश्चनों को हल करते हैं।
DC Singh from Patiala School for the Deaf and Blind is showing a bar graph model.
पहला सवाल है, एक बगीचे में 100 पेड़ हैं, तो लीची के पेड़ 10 हैं, तो यहाँ पहले 0, फिर 5, फिर 10। तो यहाँ बिंदियाँ भी लगी हैं, बिंदियों से गिनेंगे 1, 2, 3, हम 3 पे जाएंगे। ये देखिए, तो अगले पेड़, नींबू के पेड़ है 20, तो हम इसको 20 पे लेके जाएंगे। 1, 2, 3, 4, 20, तो देखिए 20 लिख रखा है, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 में लेके जाएंगे बिल्ली। 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, देखिए, ये देखिए। तो अगले पेड़, अनार के 5 पेड़ हैं, तो इसको हम गिनने काउंट कर लेंगे, पहले 0, फिर 5, तो हम इसको दूसरी बिल्ली पे लाएंगे, तो ये देखिए 5। और अगला सवाल है, आम के पेड़ जैसे 30 हैं तो हम 30 गिनेंगे, 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30। तो 30 कितने पेड़? ये देखिए 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 पेड़, तो इसको 7 पे ले जाएंगे।
The model has few rectangular shaped or bar shaped slits on a cardboard. Underneath each slit is a movable slider. Singh moves these sliders to different heights as per the data given. The data points are also marked in braille.
केले के पेड़ 10 हैं तो हम इसको 10 पे ले जाएंगे तीसरी बिंदी पे। तो इसको हम ले जाते हैं 1, 2, 3। तो देखिए तीसरी बिंदी। तो अब ये देखिए सेब के पेड़ 25 हैं तो 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25। ये देखिए 3 बिंदी रह जाती है तो इसको 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 इसको यहाँ ले आएंगे। देखिए ये सॉल्व हो गया। तो इस प्रकार हम ग्राफ को दर्शाते हैं। तो कोई अगर पूछे कि हम इस ग्राफ में सबसे पेड़ कम किसके हैं तो हम इसको स्पष्ट कर बताएंगे कि सबसे कम अनार के हैं। तो ये देखिए अनार की यूनिट 5 पर है तो हमें पता लग गया कि ये 5 पे है और सबसे कम है क्योंकि इसका ग्राफ सबसे नीचे है।
Once the graph is made, by touching each bar or slider that he's moved, he's able to tell the lowest and highest data points in his example.
तो कोई पूछता है सबसे अधिक पेड़ किसके, तो हम सबसे इसको स्पर्श करेंगे, पहले को, फिर दूसरे को, फिर तीसरे को, फिर चौथे को। देखिए चौथे पे सबसे ऊपर है तो जो आम है, आम के पेड़ सबसे अधिक है क्योंकि इसका ग्राफ सबसे ऊपर है। इस प्रकार हम ग्राफ मॉडल को दर्शाकर इसके सवालों को सॉल्व करते हैं। थैंक यू।
Wasn't that an amazing way to solve it? Now, towards the end of the show, we have some fun experiments with balloons.
Welcome to all. It's Sanjit. Now I am going to make an experiment. First I light on a candle and I am taking 2 balloons, one filled with air and another filled with water. Now I am exposing the air balloon to the heat. And now I am exposing the water balloon to the heat. See, the water balloon has not burst. The reason of bursts of air balloon is the air inside the balloon does not absorb the heat. So the balloon had bursts and the balloon filled with water, it absorbs the heat. So the balloon does not burst. Thank you.
Okay, children, what are we going to do today? Aryan?
balloon से कप को उठाने वाले हैं।
Okay.
Aryan and his friends are trying to lift a paper cup using a balloon. Aryan is putting the balloon inside the paper cup and blowing it. He then holds the neck of the inflated balloon and lifts it.
Very
the cup is lifted too.
अच्छा हम 2 कप भी उठा सकते हैं इससे?
Yes, ma'am.
करके दिखाओ।
Can he now lift 2 cups with the same technique? Let's see. The two cups are held closely with their mouths facing each other. In between them, the balloon is inserted and blown. The inflated balloon is lifted.
Very good.
And look what happens.
बहुत
The
बढ़िया.
cups are lifted too.
अच्छा, आप कोई बताएगा कि ऐसा क्यों हुआ?
Pooja explains how this happens.
Yes, ma'am. When we inflate the balloon, it pushes into the walls of the cup and holds it firmly. When the balloon is lifted, the cup gets lifted too.
Very good. It was a good experiment. Chalo, thank you all for participating.
She's coming.
So, hi, this is Shantala. Let us open the forum for discussion. If there are any questions, feedback, observations, discussion. So we have Medini here. Okay, Medini is going to talk.
Hi, all of you. I am Medini Bhagavat. Today, last few years, ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳೋದು, ರೇಸರ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್ ನೋಡೋದು, ಅವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಈ ಸಲ ಅಂತೂ ಇನ್ನೂ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು ಆಫ್ಲೈನ್. ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಟಾಯ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ತಿನ್ನೋದು ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ನೂ ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
So what she basically is telling, I'm translating, Shweta, is that she wanted to tell the difference between last 2 years and this year. Last 2 years, it was the online session, so she enjoyed unmuting, muting, and all that herself because she had learnt all those techniques newly. And this year she enjoyed it even more because it was hands-on experience. She liked the toy making session that they had. Alvapta, what did you make, Medini?
Caterpillar.
Catapult. Okay. So they got to make catapult today. So she enjoyed that. Medini, did you see other experiments? Okay. Okay. Second, we have Sudan's mom. Pull that chair. Pull that chair.
I would like to say something for all the kids here. With the kind of sincerity, intelligence that you have conducted the experiments, you will become great scientists and engineers later in life. Okay? All of you. If you want to, you will become. It's that simple. You're so intelligent and so sincere students. And all the teachers and everybody who's involved into making this happen, all of you, you're doing a great job. And all these kids, I'm telling you, India will be proud of you for the kind of sincerity and intelligence that you're putting into these experiments. It's wonderful, and it's coming from a scientist. I'm telling you, it's really wonderful to see this kind of work happening. It's really wonderful.
Sudan's mom, yeah. Good evening, everybody. I hope this is audible. Yeah. I'm very happy to be here, ma'am. It was a very great experience. If I wouldn't have come here, I would have missed everything. Actually, last year I was eager to join. We were very eager to join, but we couldn't. So this year I made that I should be here, and I brought my son here. It was a very nice experience. I saw the students; they were very interested. They did it gracefully and confidently. The whole experience was overwhelming. kudos to all the volunteers and staffs and all those who helped us. A very big thanks to all. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. So we would like to see you come here again.
Sure. Often, yes. I'll bring the other children also from there. Thank you. Thank you.
Rita, you want to say something? Come to the next page and sit on it. Yeah. Go ahead.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಯುಕ್ತ HG. ನಾನು ಕ್ಯೂರಿಯಸ್ ಮೈಂಡ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಕ್ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀನಿ. ನಾನು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ 2 years ಕ್ಯೂರಿಯಸ್ ಮೈಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ. ಅದು ಕೋವಿಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಮತ್ತೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಆಫ್ಲೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಗಿನ ಆಫ್ಲೈನ್ ನಂಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಯ್ತು. ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಕ್ಯಾಟಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆರಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ವಾಲಂಟಿಯರ್ಸ್ ನ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು. ವಾಲಂಟಿಯರ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ನಮ್ಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆರಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ನ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ನಮ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆರಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತ ತುಂಬಾ ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.
So you start the offline session more than the online session. So watching others experiments, people then what else is that?
ವಾಲಂಟಿಯರ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು.
Chanu, you have to ask your question closer. We can hear only the answer.
Yeah, that's okay. So you can hear, you heard Vita, right? You all, did you also hear what we had the translation? No? Can you hear me? Yeah, okay. So Yukta says this year's offline session was much better than last 2 years online sessions. Mainly because she got to come here and explain others her own experiment and observing others' experiments and then doing a model, making a catapult model, and then having a volunteer's support.
Yes, ma'am.
Then
That's
all. Did you like the food?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you like the stay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So that's it. Anybody else wants to share, or you want to comment, you want to ask?
Shantala, someone just asked a question about whether real-time translation can happen. IIT Chennai is developing some software that actually does that, and they've reached a fairly advanced stage. I'm not sure whether they made it public or whether they are making it available online, but that is a solution that they've been working on, and they demonstrated some really advanced stuff a few weeks ago.
I think there are a lot of solutions we must try next year or in the next forum. We will definitely try it out. So we can continue having the discussions, but before that, I would like to thank everyone. So on behalf of NAB Karnataka and Vividha, I would like to thank everyone online as well as offline for encouraging the children. Thanks so much, participant organizations. Appreciate all your efforts to make STEM interesting to them. Victoria Memorial School for the Blind, Mumbai, Karnavidya Foundation, Chennai, Golden Arch Elementary Montessori, NAB Delhi, Sri Sharada Devi Andhra Vasati Shale, Shivamogga, then Sri Manik Prabhu Academy for the Blind, Raichur, the Mutta School, Bangalore, Vision Empower, KWAV, Velaku Academy, Ramakrishna Mission Educational and Research Institute, Coimbatore, Patiala School for Deaf and Blind. So a lot more organizations have joined this year, and we're so happy to have them. We will continue to collaborate with them and see how we can make it better. Then parents and teachers, no words to say. Hats off to your efforts. Then the assistive technology organizations, thanks for supporting STEM learning among children with vision impairment. Matruchaya, iSTEM, Kibo, digital literacy team from Enable India, IIT Delhi, Ortisolis, SKEI, right? And then Paul. So big thanks to all the volunteers without whom we could never have made this work actually. So it was such a So on behalf of Vividha, a heartfelt thanks to the whole NAB Karnataka team for the collaboration. We look forward to working together in future also. Thanks so much. Yeah, thanks, Michelle.
So I think we have come to the end, and all are free to speak. If you are done, then we can say bye. So, Satyam, you wanted to talk before. I muted you. What do you want to say?
Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
No.
Hello, I am 6 years old.
I'm 6 years old.
Today is my birthday. Hello?
I'm 6 years old. My birthday is today.
Hey, happy birthday, Satyam.
Thank you. Hello. Say thank you. Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Bye, boo. Bye.
Hi, Satyam. Hi, Satyam. This is Satvik here. Say
hello.
Satyam, question for you. So, I'm going to tell about Shayna.
Okay. Tell.
Shayna, we blow it like this. So Satyam, 7 is a odd number or even number. Can you tell?
7 is odd or even number? 7. Odd. 7 is a odd number. Odd number. Say loudly. 7 is odd number. Loudly.
Claps. So,
Questions from Satvik, Professor Satvik to any other.
I want to talk with Salka ma'am.
Ravita.
Yeah, Satvik.
One question to Savita.
Can I talk in outside?
Okay, we will talk outside, Satvik.
Better.
Thank you, Savita ma'am and Shantla ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, Satvik.
Thank you, Shantla ma'am. Kundi. Say thank you, Savita ma'am and Shantla ma'am. Thank you. Bye. Thank you. Bye. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thanks you. Shut it, Jeze. What shut it?
All right, people. Let's meet again in the next online session. We don't know when that's going to happen. Hoping to see you all again very soon. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Bye, all of you.
Bye, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Bye, children.
Bye. Bye, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Unmute Sabarisha. Sabarish is unmuted, no? Then unmute yourself, Sabarish.
Wait, Sabarish has something to say.
Sabarish, unmute yourself. You can unmute. See? Now talk, Sabarish. Hi.
Hi. Hi, Arya. You.
Tell Sabarish.
Hi, ma'am. I tell thanks for all.
Okay.
Hi, all. My name is Sabari. And I very thank to Vividha and NAB to give me a great opportunity to show my experiment. Thank you all.
Thank you, Sabarish, for showing us the experiment.
To be unmuted.
Thank you, ma'am.
Let's say. Thank you, ma'am. Bolo. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Indo auntie. Meenakshi auntie. Sarita auntie. Sandla auntie. Bye, Bhaiya. Bye, Bhaiya.
Hi, Kittu.
Hi,
Bye, Kittu. Bye, Bhaiya. Bye, Kittu, Bhaiya. Tata.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you.
Tata, bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Savita ma'am. Shantala
Thank you,
ma'am.
Sanjit.
Meenakshi ma'am.
Sanjay, experiments were great. We want to see more and more. I'm sure you have more, right? More videos.
Yes, ma'am.
Send. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Don't shake, Adu. Smile, please. Smile, girl. Smile, girl. Adu, smile.
Hi, Aryan. Meenakshi auntie here.
Bye, Meenakshi here. Meenakshi auntie.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
मुझे भी केक चाहिए.
I will send you ice cream cake. Ice cream cake.
Okay. Ice cream cake.
Ready as a plate milk.
I will send you. Auntie, I will send you.
Okay.
Bye.
I will wait. Okay.
Happy birthday, Satyam.
Thank you, auntie. Bye bye. Thank you, auntie. Bye bye. नहीं. Thank you, auntie. बोलो. Thank you, auntie. Bye bye.
Sumati ma'am. Good training for all your children. We want more students next time, Sumati ma'am.
Bye bye, Kaiva.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, we can hear you, Sumati ma'am.
Thank you so much. Actually, it was a great session meeting all people here. And you people also, I mean, we were working for this last month fully, right? So it was very good event.
Yeah. So next time we will wait to meet you in person in Bangalore and more of KVF's children's here in person.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
we
sure.
want to see their experiments, experience it by other children also.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, then shall we all leave? Bye. Bye, children. See you all. I'm ending the stream.